from my vacation.
Ah,
A note from my vacation.
copy. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
We're live. Okay. We beat it. We're 2 minutes early.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yep. Adverts playing at the minute.
Well done, bro.
Motherfucker.
Being early.
Ha 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 ha! Fuck you all! We're early by a minute!
Richie!
Have some of that!
And everything's working.
Hey, hold on a minute. They've not told us whether it's working or not.
Oh, fuck.
I ain't got the stream yet. I gotta get it up.
So, mate, but you have to admit,
We're definitely live.
this week.
I see us.
Dismas says we can hear you. That's all good.
Yeah, we're gravy, baby.
Early, with audio even.
Have we got the audio and everything's working good, yeah?
So we're doing good here, bro. We're doing good.
Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
Indeed. Makes a fucking change, doesn't it?
Well, I guess goats are fucking good luck, huh? Shit.
Well, they are if you live out in the country and all on your own.
Right. No, that's getting lucky.
I've always got a goat on. There you go.
What episode are we on?
78.
78, fucking hell.
Hope they do.
Wow.
Big shout out to Mike and also Steve Dilligaff and Big Zan for your new show today. I did catch bits of it. Congratulations. We're looking all good.
Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, sorry.
Must admit, I enjoyed doing that one.
So,
Yeah, sorry, you had to miss that one.
I must admit I enjoyed doing that one, like you don't enjoy doing SAVS.
I'll get fucked.
Well, it's kind of what it sounded like,
Yeah, okay.
if I'm honest. So, guys, welcome to episode number 78 of the Super Awesome Vape Show. As you can see, we have no Nick and we have no Mobro today. So
Yeah, so we have the token US replacement.
the token, yeah.
Yeah, we have to part-time Nick.
So, yeah, we're joined by Jared, the Vaping Goat. Any of you guys that don't know him, get over to his channel. He puts out more content than God knows who else, but yeah.
I think I try to put out more content than God.
Well, you know.
I mean, I can't control birth, but, you know, I mean, I'm trying, so.
I think you're succeeding on the content goal, though.
I'm at 1,071 videos.
Jesus
wow.
Christ.
And I haven't even hit 2 years yet.
Wow.
That totally puts me to shame. That I've been doing it 2.5 years. I think I've only got about 220 videos out. So I think 20 of them are me just saying thank you.
I'm just shutting the fuck up.
Mike's like, I've done 4.
I've done something.
teen. But yeah, so we was actually on time. Have some of that. But yeah, it's been great. We're actually on time.
Congratulations as well, Gerard. If anybody hasn't seen the video as well, we hit 4K last week. Obviously, he's brought the joy to him, as people say. I have been laughing my cheeses off of that one.
Congratulations, son.
Fucking awesome.
Thank you.
Some of your comebacks have been absolutely fantastic as well. I've really been enjoying that. Obviously, as a YouTuber and somebody's you're putting out a lot of content. You're putting a lot of content out that people don't realise people are watching this. So when they're watching stuff that they're looking at, they're going to click subscribe.
Well, what cracks me the hell up is that, like, you know, when you first start out, okay, like almost everybody starts out and they're like on their fucking phone, and you know they lean their phone on something and they're going, okay, we're gonna see how this goes. And I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, but when I started, it was just like, okay, let's do like 8 videos a day. That should be good enough, you know. And so like I did that shit for like a month, and I literally my first month had like 113 videos. It was mostly vlogs too. Like the last week of my first month, I actually reviewed like 3 devices. It was just people were asking me shit on Facebook, so I'd answer it on my channel. And I literally started the channel on a dare because everybody was like, "Oh, come on, man! People listen to you on Facebook. Do something on YouTube." And it was like, okay, so by the time I hit 3 months, I had like over 250 videos, and everybody was like, what in the fuck is wrong with you? It's like, I don't know.
I remember when you first come on
all, all I know is, all I know is on YouTube, I had to turn the fucking notifications off.
VapeTube was just fantastic when he first came on that, because it was just like, the vaping go, the vaping go, the vaping go, the vaping go.
Oh, yeah.
How puts up this amount of videos?
Well, okay, like Chris hit up some people that had like a backlog of videos, okay? When he started stepping in on, helping them, trying to fix the server problems and all that shit, trying to help pump the platform up. And he hit like me and Dean and Vic, and he hit a few of us up, and he was like, okay, look, I know you guys have got shit saved or you got shit to post. And I was like, well, I haven't posted in a fucking minute. I had to take a break, because I was only able to just do YouTube.
Only 1 minute, though, that was. Not 1 minute and 1 second, just 1 minute.
Yeah, so, a minute, But Chris hit us up, and he said, look, I need you guys to kind of upload some stuff, because we got to test, the servers. So I opened up 5 Windows tabs, and in a matter of 30 minutes, I uploaded 43 videos.
Wow.
And I crashed the server for almost 36 hours. Like, all I got from Dean and Vic and Chris and TVP and a few others, they were all like, oh, fucking thanks a lot, Jared. So I'm like the one dickhead that had to crash an entire vape platform for a minute. But it gave them a really good judgment of how much fucking, how much server space they needed. And ever since, it's been great. So it's like, all right, cool.
Wow. Fucking wow.
Nice to see you, Pop Juice in. Nice to see you, brother. Are you okay?
Yes, so I'm going to give it a couple more minutes, let a few more people get in here, let them type in, then I'll do the shout-outs. But, yeah. How's everybody's week been so far?
Shit.
I've had a shit week, too.
I must admit, I've been drunk most of it.
Have you?
Dude,
Happy birthday to the one and only Lil Bro Vapes.
Yep.
The legend. The crazy man. How much fucking vodka have you gotten through this week, dare I ask?
Quite a lot. For some unfound reason, people think I actually drink vodka. I ended up with about 5 bottles, and I think I've got 2 left.
Wow. And you've had a nice new Barnet chop.
Yeah, I had it cut especially for you.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. It really does.
Nice cut down on that. I'm just going to trim the old beard and then go down for the rest of it.
Nice. So, yes.
Trim the beard.
Mike,
Yeah,
how's your week been, Mike?
Good. Nice and quiet, really.
Yeah?
Yeah, been over on the Isle of Wight again for the week.
Nice weather?
Scorching.
Lovely.
In the 30s most of the week.
Wow. Come on then, Jared. You hit us up first. What was your week been like then?
I've been sick as hell all week. I woke up Tuesday morning with a fever and sick as shit, and this is like the first day all week that I haven't felt like just death.
Wow.
I sat there Thursday night and shot all my reviews for next week with a raspy ass voice, and I was playing around with settings on this new computer and all this, and I'm just like, fuck it, I'm just doing this. I don't even care.
Have you got a sideline of like being a barber?
No.
Oh, what's the barber's chair behind you?
Oh, that's my power chair.
Oh, okay.
That's your what chair?
Yeah, this is my power chair. Here, hold on.
Your fire chair?
Power chair.
Yeah,
power chair.
Mobility scooter.
So it moves you up and down and stuff and gets you out of it and up and in.
Oh, fuck no, but it does 5 miles an hour.
It's a jalopy.
Scooter.
Yeah,
I
scooter.
get so much trouble with this chair. Every time I go into a fucking store, I'm like, literally, I turn it full speed and just start hauling ass down the aisles. I get yelled at by so many managers. It's fucking. I've been kicked out of a few stores because they're just like, you need to slow down. I was like, bitch, put up a speed limit sign. Fuck you.
So, yeah, my week's been a little bit shitty. I brought my laptop, new laptop that I brought. No. Yeah. Right, the irony of it is, this is the irony. I had a bag, a one-strap, like, shoulder bag. Wasn't a fucking laptop bag. I got this new laptop, newer, second-hand, but I got a new laptop. And I thought, yeah, I'm going to go out and buy a laptop bag, a rucksack, all padded and all that shit. Bearing in mind, I had this one-strap, non-fucking laptop bag for over a year. And I've had a laptop in there, it's been fine. Put the laptop in this fucking bag. It slips off my shoulder as I'm trying to get it off, and it bangs on the floor. I thought, oh, shit. An hour goes by, I thought, I better go and have a look now. Opened it up.
Son of a bitch.
It broke the fucking screen.
Oh,
So you forced to replace it, though,
So now I've got to fucking spend another fucking 60 quid on this fucking laptop to get a new screen and then fit it. And then my fucking
well,
doesn't
it have like a VGA adapter in it?
It does, yeah, but I use it at work.
Oh well, okay, fair enough. Yeah, that sucks.
So I need it to.
It means it's not a laptop then, does it? It means it's a home computer. Because you don't
Right.
take another screen round here.
Yeah.
Hey, when this computer fucking epic failed and tried to burn my house down, I was actually running a laptop sitting on my desk and my wife's desk, and I had a USB to VGA adapter plus another VGA adapter, so I had two screens running off a laptop. This was like the most redneck shit you'll ever see in your fucking life, and I was shooting shit for 3 weeks on this laptop, going, "Please God, don't die." So
I did exactly the same thing as what Jay did. I spent £600 on a touch screen one as well for work. I wanted two for DJing. I wanted one on that side, one for recording. And I did exactly the same. Put it into my laptop bag, and I'd fit the charger. It was like it wasn't like the normal chargers, but it was like a fat plug, like you'd get for your phone.
Yeah.
So I put it up on the actual DJ booth where I was, and it dropped down. So it hit the laptop charger and dented it, and it put the screen through. And that were about 3 weeks of having it. So I had to then fit a new screen. Well, my father-in-law fitted the screen for me.
It's bollocks, isn't it? And now my fucking car's overheating. It's using fucking 3 gallons of fucking water a day. I've been out there all fucking day trying to.
Was gasket gone?
Yeah, I've tried to flush it through and all that. A bit of shit come out of the radiator and whatnot, but I'm getting bubbles coming in, so it's definitely a head gasket.
Yeah.
So that's another bit of
pretty simple to
bullshit.
fix.
Yeah, but I just haven't got the fucking time. But anyway, let's go through the shout out, shall we? Let's have a look. Let me scroll up to the top. So we have Diathing, good evening. Mike's Makes Reviews, good evening. Diathing again. Jules Mama, how we doing? Our lovely spanner there. Shetland Sam, we have Tolmac, we have this motherfucker here. We've got Village Vapor. We have Stevie Dilligaff Porter. How we're doing? Good evening, Village Vapor. I think I've just said that. We have Stuart Swagger. We've got Gav Evans. Good evening to you, Liz. How we doing? Hip Hop Juice Distro. Good evening. Nice of you to join us.
Well, bro.
We've got Cunty Fuck Off, good evening. We have the Vaping Irish. Who else do we have? We have, scrolling down, bear with me. We have Dan Demir, hello. We have Ronster Campbell, Jay Jerry, good evening, good evening, good evening. And UK Andy, good evening all. So that's the shout outs done and dusted. So let's just do a little buffet.
Well, here, hold on. Mike, did you see my Colorado review?
No, I haven't yet.
Okay.
What, you did a review of the state?
A tuna can. A tuna can.
Hey.
I thought out of anybody here, Mike would really appreciate this. This is a quad 5mm tricore fuse Clapton build. Okay.
Jesus.
Okay.
Whoa.
On a 3S LiPo at 100 duty cycles.
Mate, that fucking overhang is killing me right now. Oh.
567 watts.
Wow.
This motherfucker will make you hack.
Fucking
I'm not surprised. Jesus Christ, you must have lungs of fucking steel.
hit that bitch.
No,
Don't put it away.
I coughed like a bitch.
Hit that shit now. You've got to hit that. Ew, you can't show us that and not fucking hit it.
Mobro as well before.
Oh, yes.
I'll do it. Come on.
Mobro, my brother, sorry. I don't know why I didn't mention you. Sorry, dude. I hope you get well soon.
No. Don't talk about Mobro. He decided not to be here.
He's not very well, bless him.
I was looking forward to hearing the hyena cackle. No. Come on now. You can't do... No.
No.
He's a little bit poorly today.
But get well soon, bro.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. Get well. No, hey, and I am not above just absolutely, defacing myself on a live show, so...
Come on, you could hit that. Full ball, bro.
Look, man, I just...
Stabs.
Hold the fuck on. 100 duty cycles. Okay? This is going to suck, asshole. You guys are going to hear me cough more than likely. This is going to hurt. Because it hurt like a bitch on the review.
Dandemir, fuck you.
Just started getting better. This is how much I like you guys, okay? I don't want to do this. Fuck.
Hard.
Fuck. Oh.
What's on that?
To do it.
What's on that?
What's on what?
What juice?
It's called actually, Jay, this will make you laugh. It's called D's Nuts.
These nuts, Gary.
Yeah, it's a glazed donut flavor.
Nice. Now do it with a menthol.
Fuck off, no.
So I'm going to kick off the buffet tonight. Tonight I am on my Puxa single battery with my Nautilus 2 Aspire, both Aspire, and I have got some Just Juice mango passion fruit Nick salts in there. I have dropped down, everybody. I'm on 11 milligrams now, not 20. Oh yes.
Yeah.
And I have still got my trusty Artery Pal 2 with that has got some blood orange, citrus, and guava Just Juice in there. Also 11 milligrams. Really good juice that is. I'm really liking that right now. And I've got a Nord with some cranberry and kiwi on ice Just Juice as well, 11 milligrams. So that's me. I will pass it off to, go on, Jared. You're the guest. I'll pass it over to you.
So what you're saying is that you're in a Nick Salt rehab and you're taking the 12-step program to step away.
Yeah.
Well, okay. First of all,
he's mixing that in with his porn addiction as well.
Jesus Christ. Okay, well, I won't talk about juice because the juices that I use, everybody gets salty about. So we're just going to talk about the devices. I got the Titan with the Titan for anybody who hates big devices. You can lick nuts.
Why not? Why not? You going to mention the juice?
Because it's not compliant. It's fine.
Who gives a fuck?
Oh no, but I made a promise.
Just tell us the flavour then, at least.
Okay, that's an Applejack cereal flavor.
Lovely. Applejack?
I can't understand why they're not compliant. Please let me know why they're not compliant juices.
Because of where it's made. It's all made to order, so it's not like bathtub juice or any of that nasty shit. Everything is made to order in a very clean environment. It's just people wanted to get really, really salty and like threaten the guy. So yeah, bad deal. So we call it Fight Club now. Good luck finding it.
Mo, bro.
So my next one is the Asgard with the Drone 250C. Got a Cinnamon Toast Crunch flavor in that one.
Mm.
Yeah, I got a lot of cereal shit going on. That's actually pretty funny. I've got the Rinko Mech-Man with the Kelpie on top of that. Got a peanut butter Captain Crunch in that one. I always fuck this thing up. The Ogvig Druga Foxy with the Geek Vape Zeus X with a fruit creamsicle in it. The Smoant Charon Mini with the CPTF sitting on top of that. Got a Rice Krispie treat flavor in that one.
Are you just grabbing random mobs that are around you and just...
No, this is what I'm vaping on just for the show. I can pull my whole buffet.
No, you're all right.
Whole fucking show.
No, you're all right.
I got the Volk sitting on top of the Cylon with a Frosted Flakes flavor in that one. And then, to finish me off, I've got the Valerian mod with the Case Solomon 3. That one's got a bubblegum popsicle flavor in it. And that's me. So,
what's the difference between a creamsicle and a popsicle?
The creamsicle is actually a cream-based fruit popsicle flavor, and the other one is a bubblegum base.
Okay. So
Yeah,
we have like a strawberry split over it. It's ice cream in the middle with an iced flavor on the outside. Is that a popsicle, yeah?
Kind of. I mean,
or is that a creamsicle?
Yeah, but the popsicle over here, though, Jay, is like orange, like you have a cordial, and then it's just in like an ice pop.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Oh, okay, so that's the ice pole, yeah.
Yeah. I know the terminology is all fucked up. I'm an American. We fuck everything up. It's all good.
No, I just wanted to clear up.
Look at the vape scene, man. We fuck everything up, man. I mean, we're like, hold my beer, fucking, I got this shit. We're just gonna fuck it all up.
Even my grandma knows about it over in the US. She says, "Is it true the US are going to be banning vaping?"
Right. So Aiden, you take it away.
Oh, you pass it over to me.
Oh yeah.
Me and my big man. To be honest, I've not got a lot. I've been watching cricket. I've got a couple of pod systems. The Evo, that's what I'm going to call it. The Evo E pod that come through this week. It's quite nice. It's all right. I've got some menthol in that. And then I've got the Alexa. I can't keep calling it Alexa, but it's the Hexa with some blueberry menthol in there. And then I've got the Ambitious Mods with EH Pro with the Falcon King on top. With some yo juice of my own, the orange Tic Tac. Make sure you go over to the juice cabin and get a bottle of this. This shit is good.
It's released. Well done.
Shameless plug, isn't it? Shameless.
Damn
plug.
right, mate.
Then I've got the Banshee with the Kelpie on top. Then with a little bit of my mate's Blaz in it. And and then I did have that.
And a bunch of shit on the floor now.
Then I've got the I've got some of the My E-Liquid Watermelon Mints, and that's me done. Just to really just shit him up, we'll pass it straight over to Mo.
Oh, come on.
Come on, bad hair Mo.
Well, I was about to say, considering
all right.
considering you said that you weren't feeling good, I was expecting you to come on and sound like Katharine Hepburn.
It does. It does look like
I fucking look like Katharine Hepburn.
No, you look like Skeletor. To be fair.
He's like Mary. He's been dipping it in.
Mary Hinge, yeah. I'm just about to put some. Oh, right, okay. I've only got 2 setups because I haven't been very well today. So I've got my usual shit. You know what it is, peoples. In there, I've got Choco Bourbon from Crunchies. My brain isn't working. And the other setup which I've got is the Orbit TF from Scent.
I love that. It looks so cool.
I'm just about to put some of this in there.
Oh my god! Fucking do it already.
Yeah.
Fuck it. How long have you had that? About a week.
This?
Yeah.
Fucking 2 days.
Fuck off. You ordered it last week
it
sometime.
Fucking came 2 days ago, dude.
Oh mate, fucking put it in.
Because I'm trying the mesh coil out at the moment before I put the review out. I've done the other coils. I'm just trying out the mesh one. So
Wait until you taste that juice. It's
fucking stuff in here to try it. So
fucking awesome.
I'm on tonight. I'm on coffee and I'm on fucking water, fucking squash, everything under the sun.
Did you get the chicken tikka?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh. I'm doing this. I was meant to do it today about midday, but like obviously not been with it. So tomorrow evening I will be doing
fucking
this one.
liar! You just opened that, smelt it, and thought, "No, I'm not very well today."
You can smell it in the fucking bubble wrap, man.
I'm not very well today. Nah.
When it came in the Jiffy bag, I peeled the fucking thing, the seal off the Jiffy bag, and I was just like,
Fuck that.
You were right. When you said it smelt like a burning clutch and tires, I can smell that through the bubble wrap, man. So yeah, I'm doing that on my channel tomorrow, somewhere around between 5 and 6, maybe around 6 o'clock, probably be better. But yeah, not looking forward to that. But okay, whoever wants to take it next while I'm trying to do this, take it next. Ooh ah, ooh ah.
We've got to pass it over to Michael.
At the moment, I'm on my unnamed with the Exile RDA, and in that, I've got some of Stevie Dilligaff's Solomero, which is really fucking nice. Then I'm on my NFHG Bob with the Zeus X.
So for those of you that don't know, NFHG means no fucking hot glue, and Bob means blacked out box or something, doesn't it? Yeah.
That's it.
There we go.
And in that, I've got Empire's Enigma.
Ooh.
It is really fucking nice. And then
I hear everybody talk about it.
It's very bubblegummy. Mine's upstairs.
Don't say nothing because I haven't tasted it properly yet. I've only lick tested it. I wanna go on, Mike. Sorry.
You want to go all the way down?
I forgot what the fuck this is now, you cunt.
He's had that said to him as well.
Read the fucking label. Oh, it's Asmodus Minikin V3. That mate.
Yeah, that's the one with the Mesh Pro. And in that, I've got Elements Watermelon Chill.
Ooh, I love that. That's some good flavour. That is.
Yep. So that's me.
That's the hit right there. So I've just got to catch up with chat a minute. We've got Stuart, he's in, good evening. We've got Raven Shadow Vapes, good evening. We've got Sussex Vape Shop Online, good evening to you. Danny Thompson, good evening to you. And Sean Albright, good evening to you as well. Tom Meredith, good evening. Emily K, good evening. And I think we've caught up. Yes. Right. So
I love what Irish said. Mo looks like Swedish songwriter Robin.
Oh, don't hurt his feelings. He's not feeling well. You can tell it. He's about to cry.
Oh, this motherfucker's about to lose it.
It's like he's off a 24-hour stream.
And hello to everybody who's been saying hi in chat. Sorry I haven't acknowledged. We've just been doing the thing. You know the deal.
the
Big
thing.
love, bro. I can't do it. Mine just looks like 2 fat potatoes.
Right. I tried to do a heart and it looks like a tumor. So
I'm a tumor.
it's not a tumor.
No, it just started with a cyst.
Yeah. It's not a tumor. Stop being a pussy.
So yes, right. Anybody got anything to chat about?
The U.S. sucks. That's about it.
What did I read about the US? They're trying to bring a fucking a total ban on vaping or some shit.
Well, okay, so Judge Grimm, there's been this ongoing fucking court battle, okay, involving FDA and, you know, the tobacco-free kids of America and all that bullshit. Basically stating that the FDA has been delaying the PMTAs. And so Judge Grimm, being Judge Grimm, finally made an agreement with the FDA, basically stating that, you know, okay, you asked for, they're saying they want this shit done right now. You're begging and pleading for a little bit longer time. You get 10 months. Have a nice day. The problem is that not a whole lot of people have talked too in depth into it. I mean, some people have, like Suck My Mod, Grim Green, those kinds of guys. They've talked about it, but the problem is that it's been floating up in the fucking air, and nobody will make a decision. Nobody would make a public decision on what direction they were going to attack. Were they going to come after just e-liquids? Were they going to come after e-liquids and nicotine? Were they going to do the whole shebang and go after hardware? Were they going to do, you know, import export? You know, nobody knew exactly what was truly entailing until it was finally fucking released. And what they're talking about is basically the whole smash from the U.S. side. Now, they're not talking about importation from what I'm seeing, but they're talking about juice. They're talking about juice flavors. They're talking about nicotine. They're talking about hardware, the whole shebang. The hiccup is this. The scary terms, you know, I've talked about this so much, the scary terms that the FDA loves throwing fucking around there because Congress just loves feeding them bullshit is, you know, it's been on high nicotine. It's been the easily concealable items for child-friendly use. And, you know, all these scary fucking bullshit terms that we know are all fucking stupid. But at the end of the day, their focus is really like ultra portables, all-in-one kits, you know, pod systems, you know, Nick salts, things like that. So there's a lot of people freaking the fuck out right now saying basically that they're just going to come after and just destroy the entire vaping industry. And even the FDA has stood up and said, look, we understand the benefit of the vaping industry from the adult standpoint, but we have the children to be concerned with. So that's been the hiccup. And like everybody, like this weekend has been like the freak out in the US. There's been all variant of videos that have been posted in regards to Judge Grimm signing off on this. And some people are on the fence of saying, okay, vaping is gone in 10 months. And I'm not saying that they're wrong. I mean, it's definitely something to definitely be concerned about. But I don't think vaping's gone in 10 months. I don't think that they're coming after this. I truly, personally, in my opinion, I just don't. I don't think that they're coming after box mods and tanks and sub-ohm tanks and things like that. I think they're coming after, you know, shit like the Aspire Sprite, like all these pod systems, you know, and all these different all-in-one kits, you know, like this.
Yeah, it's going to be very hard if you've got nothing to actually put in it. Because if they're going to now, because obviously San Francisco, where else is it? They're going to be stopping online sales. They're looking at stopping flavors.
Massachusetts.
There's going to be no to put in them.
Yeah, Massachusetts is now getting ready to start a complete. They're in the process of working on a complete flavor ban as well. I mean, you've got Vermont that's completely shut down vaping. You've got San Francisco that's completely shut down vaping, and Los Angeles is on its way to shutting down vaping, which is just conjecture at this point. But it's I have to agree with Vic. If California loses San Francisco and Los Angeles together, you're talking about Los Angeles proper. So you're talking about basically everything surrounding Los Angeles is going to fall like dominoes around it. And if that happens, the two highest populated areas of the fucking state are basically banning vaping. So the state government in itself is going to follow very quickly. And if California drops, there's going to be a lot of Democratic states that are just going to fucking fall, man. I mean, we're talking Michigan, we're talking New York, New Jersey, Delaware, Connecticut, Massachusetts. I mean, it can get very, very fucking ugly very quickly. And there's,
so does that mean then you're all just going to sit there and let it happen? Or do you think you're actually going to fight it as people?
As people, here's the problem. And I shot my vlog early just because I was doing this show, and then I've got something I'm doing after the show. So I wasn't going to have time to actually shoot the show or shoot my vlog. Here's my thoughts behind it. America, what, from your opinion, okay, and this is no disrespect taken in any way. What's the one thing from any other country that people look at American citizens and they think?
McDonald's.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm joking.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I'm actually thinking that it's the land of the free. We all stand up and we all fight together. That's what I would expect.
But what the consensus is, what's going on here, then people can't be asked. They'll think, there's so many other million people. They'll do it. But they don't. Everybody thinks the same shit.
Think of the individual citizen, not as the citizenship as a whole, not as the country, but as each individual person. What do most countries look at the American citizen and think? They're fucking lazy.
Well, British are lazy.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's nothing to be mean. It's not being disrespectful in any way. But what you just said is 100% right. So many people. I've gone into vape shop after vape shop after vape shop, and I've stood there for 4 hours, let them conduct their business. And back during the flavor and the flavor comment and survey period, I was talking to customers after they conducted businesses, bought their juices and pods and coils and whatever. And people that are not on YouTube, people that are not watching social medias for this shit because they could give a fuck less. And I've talked to them about it. And some have actually come onto my channel, subscribed to my channel after the fact, even though they don't really watch. And they found me and emailed me and said, thank you for letting me know about this. Others have told me to fuck off, get the fuck out of the way. I don't have time for you. And it's just like, all you can do is try to push people to understand that, look, this is, whether you like it or not, this is fucking coming.
See, again, it's like when the TPD sort of come over our area. I don't think there's enough in the bricks and mortar, and I don't think there's enough advocacy groups. I know you've got a lot with Grim Green. He pushes a hell of a lot of it. And also Matt from Suck My Mod. I know they push a lot from it. Yourself again. But over here, I was like saying, well, nobody's letting anybody know. There's nothing up in vape shops about advocacy, about, look, we need to keep this. Because if not, it's going to go eventually. We're pretty damn lucky that here in this country, they're proper pushing vaping. We've just had now where they've opened 3 vape shops up in actual hospitals. So they're proper pushing it. But, you're saying there the US or the people in America are lazy. When it actually came to points, though, like you look at NAM and there's been plenty of where you've gone out to the streets. Do you think it might be sort of a bit of thing once it's gone away? Do you think then maybe people will go, I can't go and get my juice anymore? And I can't.
Here's what I think. I think, honestly, because I said this last year and I got called a fearmonger, and it's fine. I've never gave a fuck anyway. People can call me a fucking dickhead. I don't care. I'm sure somebody in chat probably will now. But no, I think, honestly, I didn't start vaping until May of 2017. Okay. Now, this is after all the initial crazy PMTA shit actually started fucking unfolding. Okay. And I've watched since I started vaping, just watched how nobody has done anything. No, not the companies, not the juice companies, not anybody is really pressing anything. And you bring up like Grim Green and Suck My Mod and, and you got Dimitri and stuff like that. You've got guys that talk advocacy. You've got guys that are sitting there informing people of what the fuck is going on. And at the same time, look at the basic number. Okay, the basic number is this: 13 to 15 million vapors, whether they're dual users or single-use vapors. You've got 13 to 15 million potential vapors that are sitting in the United States right now. In the grand scheme of the population, that's shit. Okay, that's not to say that that's not a voice, but in the grand scheme of the overall population of this country, that's nothing. The problem is if you have 13 to 15 million vapors, and our highest as a whole industry reviewer is 1.5 billion subs. What does that tell you? How many people are actually looking at YouTube? How many people are looking at social medias? Not very many.
About a tenth, if that.
Yeah,
about a tenth. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you figure there's a lot of people.
How much is the population in the US? I don't know this.
A lot.
If anybody actually knows the population of the US, please let us know. I think is England
Dyer thing said 13 million. Dyer thing said 13 million is under 3% of the population.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking
I think we got about 67 million in our country.
40 to 50. About 50 to 60 million.
I think it's more. I know it's in 60s. About 67 million, and then obviously it went up a little bit because everybody will come in.
360 millish in America.
Yeah, 300. Yeah, somewhere between 330, 360 million, somewhere in that range. Yeah, and you figure there's 13 to 15 million vapors. You pit that against the court of public opinion, and that's been the FDA's goal the whole time. Everybody told me I was, no, you're trying to scare fucking people. No, the FDA didn't have to lift a fucking finger. All they had to do was tweet and put on social media and just say scary words. You know, that's all it takes, because that's the one thing about the United States population that really gets fucked up, is that everybody follows trends. Okay. And if the trend is scary,
that's terminology, just life in general. Everybody.
Exactly. But the US is like, okay, put it this way. You want to talk about following trends, okay? The last presidential election, at the same time that shit was going on with the last presidential election, America's Got Talent was voting, okay? America's Got Talent actually got more votes than both presidential candidates.
Fucking hell, that just tells you the shit right there. Fuck's sake.
It's all about the trends. It's absolutely, in this country, it is absolutely all about the trends. And if the trends are scary keywords and scary, epidemic and crisis, and it's all about the kids, the populace is going to look at it and go, okay, well, why would they lie to us? Because we're honestly, as a single individual person, any person it can potentially be very intelligent. But from the U.S. standpoint, you put us all together and we're kind of a bunch of dumb fucking cattle just roaming around. And I hate to put it that way, but it's the fucking truth. They hear scary words and they go, oh my God, the government's telling us this. Well, this has to be the truth.
I've got something up here that I just want to run through quickly. It might take a little bit of time, but I'll try and get through it as quick as I can. So this is different countries around the world, yeah? So Argentina, vaping has been banned in Argentina since 2011. You cannot legally purchase, sell or import e-cigarettes and even nicotine-free e-juice.
Just be careful. You're getting the same thing as where somebody else got it the other day. Just be very, very careful because some of them have actually changed.
Okay, so don't take this as gospel. I'm just doing this off of a bit of an internet webpage and...
Spitballing, baby.
Interwebs.
Brazil. Government banned manufacture and sale of e-cigarettes in 2014. Fines have been known to be handed out for production and confiscations. Brunei, been illegal since 2010, and if you're using a vaping device in a non-smoking area, you could be fined $300, and if it's your first offence, for the first offence, and $500 if it's like any different. Like I said, I'm just reading this off the webpage. It might not be accurate, but this is just going to give you some sort of idea. Cambodia. E-cigarettes have been banned since 2014. Egypt, there are a lot of grey areas here, but it says they've been banned since 2015 and they can be confiscated at customs on your way in. India, e-cigarettes have been banned in 6 states, 6 of the main states. The laws are strictly enforced in these states. In 2016, a man was sentenced to 3 years in prison and fined for allegedly selling and using vapes in Punjab. Indonesia, although travellers have reported that e-cigarettes are openly available to purchase in tourist areas, the number of e-cigarette cafes opened and operated in Bali, but it's banned vaping in Indonesia, so you're not meant to vape in Indonesia. Jordan.
Indonesia actually put a guy in prison for 5 years because he had more than 5 mods on him.
Wow, that's crazy. A year a mod. Jordan.
Basically.
The worst thing about it, they're all smocks.
Yeah. E-cigarettes in Jordan, including those without nicotine, have been banned since 2009. Lebanon have been banned since 2016. Oman. While expats report the personal use is still permitted, e-cigarettes have been banned since 2012. Qatar, whatever you want to call it. E-cigarettes have been banned since 2014, and cannot be brought into the country. Malaysia, the laws around Malaysia are confusing for travellers. While there was no nationwide ban, the states of the states that are in there, I'm not going to name them. Vaping is illegal in parks, gas stations, and public buildings, and can result into a $2,300 fine or up to 2 years in prison. Mexico has banned e-cigarettes. Anything else that resembles tobacco products cannot be sold or imported into Mexico neither. Norway, all products containing nicotine have been banned in Norway. However, Norwegians can import the e-cigarettes if they had a medical note to prove that it's to help them quit smoking. Travellers cannot bring e-cigarettes into the country, so if you're going on holiday to Norway, you cannot take them in there. That's what this is saying. Panama, despite reports of personal use, generally tolerated. Philippines, e-cigarettes are banned. Anyone caught breaking the law can face up to 4 months in prison. Singapore, all vaping devices, supplies, accessories have been illegal to buy. You can face fines of up to $5,000.
Taking into account this, a lot of the places that you're reading, okay, a lot of the places, not all, but a lot of the places that you're reading are basically Southeast Asia.
Taiwan.
Yeah, where's the highest tobacco production in the world?
Go on.
Yep. Southeast Asia.
There you go. Turkey, it's banned.
You can buy it from America as well. I went down to Les's shop and he's actually buying it from America. You can actually buy tobacco leaves. You can actually sit down there and actually make your own tobacco, or you can cultivate it.
I know that this one's changed, but the UAE, the United Arab Emirates, the sale of imported e-cigarettes is illegal, but I think they've changed the law now. I'm sure you can vape over in
there's a number of what you
Dubai.
said that they've sort of changed or relaxed the rules. It's like Thailand. They were a point where they were saying
Vietnam. So Vietnam has recently banned it, and harsh punishments can be enforced. This is just crazy. And if you notice, there's another one that's not on this list, but Japan. So Japan, they've got a ban on vaping, but their heat not burn sensation thing is very big over there.
Well, yeah, and that's the same here. The only thing that's legitimately on a PMTA right now is the IQOS.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really break that down, let that sink the fuck in for a minute. And here's the other thing. Everybody's like, oh my God, the vaping industry's fucking dead. No, what they're saying is that these companies have got 10 fucking months to get their PMTAs put in for review. Okay, so that means that anybody who's got financial backing, any of the bigger companies, they've got a shot. They've got a shot. I mean, but think about the companies, you've got Juul, you've got fucking Enjoy, and I mean, they're not huge, but they sell a lot. You've got Views, you've got Vape, you've got, the Fix, you've got all these different companies. And what do a lot of them, like My Blue, that's another one. What do a lot of them have in common? They're funded by Big Tobacco.
Big Tobacco.
Yeah. And I'm not blaming Big Tobacco, because this is going to damage Big Tobacco just as bad as it's going to damage vaping.
But the thing is, they've realised too little, too late that they can actually help, join with the revolution, so to speak.
Yeah,
Talk about a revolution.
but they should have just. They should have.
If we're going to look at it though, Jay, if we look at it, we all know what's happening over in America is all to do with that. The states have already spent their own money, the money that they were getting from Big Tobacco, the money they've already spent it 10 years in advance.
Yeah.
And there's only one way the government's going to be able to get out of it is actually by pulling vaping back down, so that people go back to smoking or they use big pharma stuff. Now, in the same way, all these other countries, they're all up for big backhanders, aren't they? So you've got big companies going in, which are Big Tobacco, going, look, here you go. Well, I'll give you a couple of £1 million. Start telling your country not to do it.
Yeah. Or people in high places. Oh, look, I've got a lovely holiday villa. You can go over there. You can play in the yacht, and there's a Lamborghini you can drive for 3 months of the year. Here you go.
And here you go. And here's a couple of million. Here's a couple of £1 million. If you look at something like what they've got, Bart, is it in Thailand? You give them a couple of million, that they can live like kings for the rest of their life. Their family's set up for the rest of their life. I'm not trying to be horrible to anything, but you know how it runs, and it runs massively in the US as well as it does in England. Them backhanders, us as people, the ones that we're trying to save and trying to not get cancer, not smoke them millions of chemicals that are in it, are the last thing on their mind. The thing is, they need to keep them monies ticking over. Let them states get that money. Let everybody else get all them bits, and that's the way it is. It's cash, baby. It's cash.
Yeah, the capitalist insurance world over here is fucked. Okay, I mean, it really is. It's fucked in every way, because it's basically, if you look at the grand scheme of it, sickness and death sells. In the United States, sickness and death sells more than anything else, because it's the one thing that is guaranteed that's going to fucking happen.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to get sick at some point, and
There's two things guaranteed in life. You're going to be born, and then you're going to die.
Yeah.
And when you die, but not a lot of people nowadays die of natural causes.
Yeah, no, not at all. And
it's
I mean,
all
like
induced stuff, like bad diets or bad health choices or bad this, bad that, and the other. And
the diets and stuff like that. That's only come over since like mid '80s when they started processing food, putting additives in there. Because obviously,
to make it last longer.
Same age. My mum and dad, we were talking with my sister. We actually just ate proper food. Like it were brought in. We were on about takeaways. They never had takeaways when we were a kid. I was thinking, we've had McDonald's. We didn't go out for McDonald's. My mum cooked it every day. It was fresh.
Well, like you're saying about the additives, bread back in the day only used to last a couple of days. Now it can last 2 fucking weeks because they put loads of shit in there. It's unfucking believable.
Because that lasts a bit longer. In fact, to be honest with you, scrape the mold off, and that'd been there for 4 weeks.
Granny bread's the best because if you get crunchy bits on there, it doesn't matter. You just think it's the fucking farmhouse oat nuts or whatever it is.
You've got to go back before. People used to hang, before like refrigerators. It sounds like my wife. Refrigerators. They didn't have them. They used to hang the meat. And if they had blue bottles, they used to, flies that had been on it, they used to pull it out. They still eat the damn thing.
I hang my meat sometimes.
You have what, sorry?
I said I hang my meat sometimes.
Stop talking about your dates.
Yeah, but
they're not dates, they're prunes. They're all shriveled up.
He gets a torch.
Oh man!
You've obviously got one person here, Vic, who's in chat. He knows a lot about it as well, and he knows how it all works on that way on.
Victor, how we doing?
I was nice to see you, Vic. I hope you're feeling better, bro. I've only read today because obviously I've been a little bit drunk for the last 4 days. But yes, absolutely fun. I hope you feel a lot better, bro.
Oh man! And hello, Mark Clough. How are you, sir? I see your message. You have me intrigued.
Hey, bag.
Has me very intrigued. All he says is he's sending me something this week. That's scary. Very, very scary.
Dick pics.
Bubble wrap.
Right. I'm gonna get a box with a bunch of bubble wrap in it. And he's gonna be like, "There's your surprise." And I get shit for packing for when you do giveaways.
But yeah, life's changed. Obviously, you as England or the UK are the same as US. The amount of times we've been bowled over and hoodwinked.
Oh yeah,
just numbers. And we were talking about this on my show on Wednesday with Vic about how more it's turning into 1984. We're not going to have cash. They're going to want to follow us everywhere, face recognition and all this stuff.
But they're doing it anyway. You own a mobile phone, they're doing all that shit now.
Well, we were so surprised the other day. Nick was saying about how he was talking about something. His actual mobile phone picked it up.
Yeah.
I didn't know about this. His
Me
mobile
too.
phone picked it up.
Oh, it was the fucking laptop bags as it goes. Fucking ironically, broke my laptop.
You know what term actually bothers me in the United States? It's a pharmaceutical.
Free.
Well, no, I agree with that. I can't disagree with that at all. No, actually, the term that bothers me the most is a pharmaceutical term: acceptable losses. How is any loss of life an acceptable loss?
Population control, innit?
Well, yeah. I mean, you know what? Look, I'm all about just removing all the warning labels and letting life happen. Okay, like I'm a true fan of that. Like a blow dryer shouldn't need to have a fucking label on it that says "Don't use in a bathtub." If you're stupid enough to try it, by all means, try it yourself.
Do not use this toaster while you're having a bath.
Well, look. When I can't remember if it was
as the US, you were the kings to start this.
Oh yeah,
the whole thing.
That's because every fucker wants to sue everybody over there.
We'll sue everybody, and it came over to the UK because unfortunately the UK go, "I tell you, if they're doing it, we're going to do it." Where there's a claim, there's a claim.
Okay, think about this. All right. Yes, I agree. 100%. We're wholeheartedly a hold my beer fucking country. Okay, we really are. We are just like the kings of dumb shit most of the time. But like Black & Decker, okay, back in the late 90s, early 2000s, it actually said on the fucking warning label, and you can pull this shit up on fucking Google.
Don't put your penis in it.
No. Black & Decker came out with a little 2-cycle gas-powered chainsaw, and it said, "Please do not place near genitals while attempting to start."
Because the thing is, people were suing him for it. You didn't tell us about that, did you?
Now I've cut my fucking manhood off, and now.
Yeah. Go ahead and stick the bar between your fucking. You just set it right on your nutsack and go ahead and start pulling. See how that goes. Like go ahead, let them do it. That means they won't be breeding anymore.
One of the greatest pictures that are ever put out, that is millions of people have got them in the house, is a load of blokes sat on a bit of scaffolding about 45,000 miles up in the air.
Oh yeah,
building all the Empire State Building and stuff like that. Can you imagine if it had been around then? They're having the snap on these little tiny girders.
Yeah,
hanging fucking on a crane. Well, a bit of rope, not a crane them days.
Look, I had a buddy of mine that was working at a tow company, okay, and they were doing a recovery, and it was a flatbed trailer. It was like horribly overloaded, and the trailer had overturned. And the only way to get straps over to because of how tall the load was, and it had fallen over, they actually had to put a guy on the boom of a fucking tow truck, and with this his fucking belt, okay? Not even a harness. And they put a big ass fucking D-ring hook on the back of his belt and picked him the fuck up and extended the boom over the top of the load while he's holding a strap. Okay? You can't tell me that this is like why warning labels don't exist. But again, this is why I'm saying just take them all off. Let fucking population control happen how it's going to. Leave Big Pharma out of it because we're going to do some dumb shit all on our own. Okay?
Dithering, you obviously saying 24 fatalities, mate. There were the amount of pits that were sunk down in this country from the 80s, especially down in Wales as well. The pits where people where it hasn't been shored up properly, amount of deaths. It happens. That's a part of it. But I understand where you're at one point, but there's got to be a happy medium in some point of where it's not all red tape.
No, balls. Actually, it was not Brian. It was a friend of mine named Matt, and he was swinging around like a fucking puppet. Not kidding. It was a silly. He sent me they sent me videos on Facebook about it. It was like, oh my fucking god, are you kidding me? I was like, dude, I hope that's a quality belt. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, it's got to be a Levi.
Right, something.
Real leather.
Right. Yeah. Like, I hope you didn't buy some Chinglish shit because you about to die.
I understand. Obviously, you get to that point where you can't be dangling people off of stuff like that, and you can't be 5,000 foot up in the air and going off on girders and stuff like that. But things wouldn't have got built if people didn't take the risk of what they did.
Oh yeah,
wouldn't be able to build anything now.
Well, like, okay, something I didn't realize, this whole office that I'm in now, this remodel that I did, when you go buy little plugs, okay, just wall plugs, just so you can install them and hook them up and so you have electricity in the room. On the side of the fucking plug in bold fucking letters, please do not, once this has electrical current applied to it, please do not stick metallic objects inside of it. No fucking shit, Sherlock. Really? No, I want to make myself glow in the dark for 3 days and Twitch funny for a week. Fuck off. What the fuck is wrong with people? You know? I mean, come the fuck on. You know?
It has. I think the point that I'm trying to get there is gone over the top, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's gone over the top. It's like that great statement, this contains nicotine, when it doesn't. I've got a device here without a pod in it. This product contains nicotine, which is highly addictive. It hasn't got nicotine in it.
Yeah, and the federal regulation mandate over here says that, you know, that big ass warning label that everybody, like Jay's showing right there, that gigantic fucking warning label that's on hardware. Unless it's a pod system that actually has juice in it, okay, or it actually has nicotine in the shit, it doesn't have to have that fucking warning label on it. But everybody and their mother got freaked the fuck out because, you know, the Congress was like, oh, this is a thing. This is, anything tobacco. You know, get fucked.
It's just like having a condom that says this contains semen.
Spunk.
Do you know what I mean? It's like getting a condom, a packet on it, and putting this contains semen. It doesn't contain semen.
Might get you pregnant.
And if the thing is, if you're a Jaffa, there's nothing going to be in it, is there? It's the same. If you're using zero nicotine, there's nothing in it. It's the same thing. How stupid is that?
This product contains semen. Well, not yet, but it will.
I get you're totally right. It's like picking up a paintbrush, like a brand new paintbrush. Be aware, this contains paint. Not yet, you don't. I might be using it to baste the meat on the barbecue.
Yeah, and before you know it, I've got a bit of varnish. I've got a bit of varnish, son. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Fuck, you know.
Yeah, no, it's just like it's like you know, the warning labels and all the stupidity over here that's going on. It's just like at the end of it all, it's just scary terminology. You know, it's what Congress has been pushing the FDA to do has just been scary terminology.
The thing about it is these people are doing it, don't even vape. You've got like Margaret from down road. All she does is go to a knitting class on a Thursday. You've got Steve, who's never spoke to anybody else unless they're on a porn chat. They're all around together, right? And on a table. All these people are probably not socially etiquette. They don't know the run of life, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're sat down there doing decisions for people who they don't know nothing about it.
Yeah.
Craig, it's like us. Craig, who did an MVQ at Coventry University, put 3 dabs of semen in and a bit of e-liquid in it, and now everybody's unfertile because of the vape. That's what it is.
Yeah.
His other bit that he put to his actual degree is playing golf. It's not, is it? That's how it's working. People are doing these scientific tests.
See, the thing is, like you said, did they measure it beforehand? Did they actually knew like it was infertile before? It could have come from a Jaffa.
No, she just spat it out. That's what happened. I'll tell you now, you can't have anything.
Did she squonk it out?
Cinnamon, it's terrible. Cut it off. Can't have that in vapes. Ready to stare.
Yeah.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah, no, I mean the mess over here is real, you know, in multiple ways. It really truly is. I mean, the fucking mess over here is just like almost at the point of being incalculable, because it's just like you said. There's so many people making decisions that have zero fucking knowledge of what the fuck is going on. You know, nor do they care. They're just looking at, you know, they're watching the news channels. And, you know, I remember being a kid, you know, back in the fucking 80s and watching the news, and you'd actually hear news. You know, it wouldn't be some biased anchor going, oh, by the way, this is how I feel. No, nobody gives a fuck how you feel. News is fucking news. Just report if a motherfucker got his brains blown out on the side of a truck, just tell us what happened. Don't give me the backstory of what you think happened. Fuck off. You know?
Or it was reported that it was very his neighbor.
Social media, isn't it? The big thing about social media, everything to do with Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, it's all fake. People are putting things in there that I tell you what, they might have 75,000 profiles, and they're all putting fake shit in there all the way through.
Yeah. Well, it's like, you know, okay, I have a little second channel that I just kind of speak my piece on. You know, I just talk about life stuff, and social media is one of those things. You know, the internet in itself is one of those things that I brought up in an older video. And so, you know, internet usage in a responsible fashion is a beautiful thing. You know, it really is, because it gives you everything. It gives you, I mean, you have the world at your fucking fingertips. You have all the knowledge. You have all the knowledge you could ever possibly fucking squeeze into that brain of yours at your fingertips. But the problem is we want to watch cat videos, and we want to watch somebody be beheaded with a fucking hacksaw. And, you know, I mean, you know, we want to watch people fucking vape semen. You know, we want to watch some guy fall, you know, jump out of the fucking one of the Twin Towers.
I don't think it's anything I've ever clicked in my life, that a bloke vaping semen.
No. I'm just saying, or the guy.
So if you wanted to do the video on top of your 1,800 odd, I will watch it.
Right. He'd be like, well, this is gonna be gross and funny.
But the best thing about it, though, you're gonna have to at least have one of us doing it as well.
Yeah.
Dandemir, get a life.
Hey, I don't disagree. See, that's the thing, is like,
Jared, get a life.
No. The cat videos are fucking funny. The dog videos are funny. The animal videos are funny. That's the thing, is it's the entertainment value, you know? And that's the big failing with the internet, is that we don't necessarily care about how much of the world we can reach and how much that we can learn. We just want to be entertained.
Bye, Mo.
You know? That's the thing. Mo, much love, you fucker.
Love you loads, bro. Also, you got to think about, you know, years and years ago, you used to go to the toilet, you know, when you had a complicated poo, you used to read the back of it, you know, the conditioner bottle or something else. Now you just take your phone.
Yeah, you motherfuckers crack me up. I swear to God, that is like the most polite way of saying I can't shit.
Well, no,
I swear to God, that is the most polite way I have ever heard that put. Just sitting there.
How many kids have you got?
I got 5.
Right, 5 kids. You tell me the only place in your house that is sacred to you is that you can go to the toilet and nobody bothers you.
For an hour.
That's what I do.
For a fucking hour.
No. Honest to God, no. Actually, no. My kids know better. My kids don't sit there and come and bother me. If they've got shit
Nicholas.
With them, that's great. But if they just want to whine and bitch, I just look at them and be like, shut up and figure it out.
Well, mine comes.
I'm just a really gruff dad, though. Like I never treated my kids like little kids. You know, I always talk to my kids like adults, because that's how the world's going to treat them. You know, if you talk to your kids like little babies, that's fine. You know, I mean, everybody's parenting style is different, but my kids have walked into the fucking world like, okay, well, the world's a fucking rough place. You know, so you know, is it the good way to do it or not? You know, time will tell. But you know, I've always just been a gruff dad. I'm just like, you know, no, don't come to me fucking bitching about that.
They must still turn up when you're on the toilet. My kids still turn up when I'm on the toilet. Yeah. I could be in the bath. And all of my children, when I'm in the bath, they all want to poo.
Piss off balls.
No, they don't shout that at me.
This is why I made a second bathroom in that door right behind me.
No, they do. They sit there. They want to be a part. They want to tell me everything about the day, which I'm really happy. But it smells. But the other time, you know what I mean? I love my children. All my children are exactly the sort of same as me. They're massively animated, and it's fun to be around. And especially now they're getting older. You know, they're in that second stage of they're all, because they're quite close together, all three. It's fun watching these people communicate as well. They have some fights, and I've watched at your house as well, Jay, how your bits are, and it's just so fun in it now.
See, like with me, like so many people are like, "Oh, I love newborns. Newborns are so cute." No, they look like fucking Yoda. Okay, all they do is scream and shit, and they have little tiny personalities, but not really enough to cling on to you. But it's one of those, "Oh, look what I made. This is nice." But at the same time, you're like, "Okay, would you please grow up now?" I was like the one
Alzheimer's grandma.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like the one idiot parent that was hoping for the teenage years, because that's when their personality really starts to blossom. You know, that's when you really start to, kind of see what you've shaped up to that point with your kids. And then you get to see, okay, how bad did I fuck this up?
But also, I don't know about your mum and dad or all that. They're saying, I can't wait for you to have kids, and then you'll understand. It's like, well, yeah, I totally understand now.
Hashtag no, actually, Nick's fault. Just saying.
No, actually, funny enough, my parents they didn't put that on me because my brother was the bad kid. I was a dick, but I wasn't the bad kid. But my mom told me, "I hope your kids don't have your attitude," and I said, "I hope they do." And every one of my biological children has my attitude, and the problem is they think that they can get away with all the shit that I did, and no. I've caught them on like every fight. Even my daughter was just here yesterday. She's 20 now, and she came over and she was like, "I couldn't get away with shit because of you." She was like, "You've literally done everything bad that I could think of, plus stuff." So it's like every time I tried to do something bad, you were sitting there going, "What the fuck are you doing?" You know?
Sup, Batman. Hope you feel better soon, dude.
Yeah.
I think he's gone to be sick, on him, Mo, bro.
Oh.
My bro said he's struggling, so he's going to get himself right again.
Big love, bro. Are you feeling better? Yeah, that's the fun of having kids. Obviously, when they were younger, obviously we were young as well, me and Lou, and we went through a hell of a lot. Lou had cancer. I had a mini stroke, and the things that you go through as a family, and you're trying to keep everybody together. It's the fight of the family in your bubble, and that's what you get. And you'll know, same Jay, Mike as well. Obviously, your mum was poorly as well, wasn't she?
I don't get a fucking grey hair for nothing, mate.
No, that's what we all together, and that's the fun of life. I tell you what, ours is like, and I sit back sometimes, and I feel like I'm not involved in it. It's amazing. It's like EastEnders, or like what you had in Dallas or whatever else, but it's like EastEnders. Watching your children, how they integrate. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. The fun.
Well, see, I've got
Fuck you, Vic.
James Bond. No, see, I'm at the point now to where I've got two 20-year-old kids. I've got two stepsons, but they're mine. I mean, they're mine through and through. But I've got two 20-year-olds. I've got a 17-year-old, a 16-year-old, and one that's about to turn 14. The 17-year-old is actually pushed himself so hard through high school that he's going to be graduating halfway through his senior year and immediately enlisting in the Marine Corps. And he scored so high that he was basically the only thing he didn't actually score high enough for was Special Forces. And what he's doing is he's actually going into the Engineering Corps, which is great because that's the path that he wanted to go. Is he wanted to become a structural engineer.
Yeah, but he could still move up if he wanted to.
Yeah, exactly. But he's going in. Like he took all the tests, he did the SAVS and everything, and he scored so goddamn high that they were like, "Okay, well, just pick what you want. The only thing you can't have is Special Forces." And he was like, "What?" But he's like all brains, and the one thing that he's always lacked is common sense. And I've told him that for years. I was like, "Kiddo, you are book smart to hell, but you don't understand the street at all." And the one thing that military life is going to teach him is to basically show him this is how the fucking world is, and it's going to give him those street smarts that he needs. And so he's gonna come out of this a very, very well-rounded individual when it's all said and done. Plus, he's going to be in a field that he already wanted to be in to begin with.
I hope you take this the way I'm actually saying it and how I actually mean it, though. The unfortunate thing about, obviously, they were going around malls trying to get people to join the army. That lad's tried his hardest to get the grades to be able to get into there. But unfortunately, sometimes in your country, they send them off.
Yeah.
To places, really, where it's horrible.
Well, yeah, I mean, let's be honest. The U.S. is like one of the biggest countries of putting their fucking nose where it does not fucking belong.
No.
I mean, we're like one of the worst countries about it. We're just like, oh, you have stuff. We might want that stuff later. Fuck you. I'm going to come drop a couple bombs on you and send a fuck ton of troops at you. And yeah, I mean, from the parental standpoint, yeah, it's scary as fuck thinking about my kid getting sent to some shithole place like that, because the engineering corps, not only do they, they rebuild structures for civilians, they rebuild bridges, they also go through and sweep minefields, and they disarm bombs and all sorts of shit. So the field that he's going into is not a non-combative field by any fucking stretch of the imagination. So yeah, it's a frightening thought to think about, but I'm also proud as shit of the kid because he's making his first real adult decision, and he's doing it well thought out.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, what do? Do you sit there and go, oh, I don't want my kid to get blown up, because I mean, that's a real thought.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, you know what? I got to respect the fact that he's standing up like a fucking man at 17 years old and saying, this is the path that I'm choosing. And as a parent, you got to respect that.
Also, in the same way as they've actually got, I know we're just going back onto vaping, obviously it's a vaping show. They've actually got in the US Army where they actually give vapes out as well, don't they?
On bases.
On bases.
As far as I know, deployed troops are not allowed to use it simply because of the aroma. Like that makes any fucking sense. Because
I was talking to a couple of other people. They were saying that they were actually they could vape. They were giving them vapes instead of cigarettes.
Yeah, and like I've heard bits and pieces about it, but like I've been talking to my son about it, and they actually don't let it happen during because he's in the pre-boot camp training, and he's been in it for 6 or 7 months now, basically getting himself prepared. And he said that as far as on base goes, they allow him to vape, they allow him to purchase vape, and stuff like that. But he actually, because he's a vapor, and I know he's underage, but he doesn't live with me, so I have no control over it. But his drill sergeant his recruiter told him that if and when he gets deployed, depending on where he's deployed, depends on if he'll be allowed to vape or not. So I think
it was a group. I thought there was something within the U.S. Army where there were a group, and
that may be the Army, but he's going into the Marines.
Yeah, in the whole bag of it all, Marines either side, there's actually a group where they actually give them vapes, try to get them off the smoking.
Well, yeah.
I was Jay that because
well, like think about it this way: the Marines is actually
use for it.
Yeah. From you think about the military service standpoint, from the ground troop standpoint, the Marines are like a tenth of the size of the fucking U.S. Army. The U.S. Army's ruling is completely fucking different on how the Marines work. The Marines are only like 250, 300,000 people right now. And the U.S. Army is like a lot, so they're the Marines are like
they're not like sea, aren't they? They're just another part of the army, aren't they? Marines.
They're a harder trained and more specialized is basically where the Marines fall.
Yeah, same as we have the commandos over here.
Yeah, and in each one of our branches of military have their own specialized groups as well. So it's like, the armies, they've got the Army Rangers, plus they've got the Green Berets.
Yeah.
The Marines have got Marine Reconnaissance, the Navy's got the Navy SEALs, so it's like each one of the groups have their own like specialized groups as well. And it's just like, holy shit, fuck.
Someone on the speaker behind the door.
Yeah,
if there's anybody in chat who knows anything about that with the US military, we actually did something on it.
And I've got someone
where they actually were giving. Can you remember that?
That's what they are. Right, go on. I'm going. Oh, you're going. Love you, bye.
It's vapes for vets.
No.
That's the one.
Yeah.
So I might be thinking something a bit different.
Go to sleep.
Yeah, it's probably as they come out.
No messing around. Go on. Good night. Leave the door open.
Back being a dad.
I just had to say good night to the little man.
Yeah, because it's like, you figure from the military standpoint, the military provides health insurance for the veterans, even though it's a really fucked up situation. So that's coming out of the government pocket. So they don't want the vets dying. They don't want the vets to get cancer. They don't want them to fucking get all fucked up because they're the ones paying that bill.
Well, unfortunately, though, you sit down there and they're not actually looking after them very, very well at all after all the wars that have gone out there. I don't mean to be horrible with it.
No, you're absolutely right. Look, I've got a friend of mine whose dad is a veteran from Vietnam, and it takes fucking 10 weeks to get an appointment scheduled for him. So he has to schedule everything 10 weeks at a time, ahead of time, and he has to have weekly appointments. So once a week, he has to schedule 10 weeks ahead. And then they have to go down there and sit for 3 fucking hours before they can even be seen. And then they're seen, like, express lane right out. Here's your fucking medication. Get the fuck out. We don't even care if it's fixing anything. Just have a nice day. That's how they treat it. Guys with mental health issues coming out of the military. Oh my God, they treat them like dog shit. They do. They're just like, fucking get over it. Rub some dirt on it. It's like, it's my fucking brain, you moron. It's like,
they're giving them free vapes.
Yeah. Here, we don't want you to get a fucking a tumor in your lung, but if you're gonna go psychotic, just don't bring us up. No, I mean what you're saying isn't wrong. I mean, there's nothing. You're absolutely accurate on how they treat our veterans over here. It's fucking horrible.
But the thing is, it's no different really in the UK. They're not doing the same. The amount of people who are ex-army who have obviously gone down in the same conflicts as your lads have been, and the homeless. Jay, have you seen the I don't know about around your area, and same as Mike. Have you seen it over the last 10 years? A lot of more homeless people sat on the streets.
Yep.
Have you seen it more than it has been before?
Yeah. Well, believe it or not, in the last year, I've seen quite a few more people in my local shopping centre, High Street. And they've all got the cardboard writing, like with writing on it saying that they're service veterans, and nobody gives a shit about them and all that lot.
Yeah. It's like, at one point there was a time, there was that time when somebody providing military or somebody involved in military service was revered. They were looked at like, oh man, you've done something wonderful for our country, and you're standing up for for our rights and for our abilities and for our country as a whole, as the population, for us to be able to do things. And now it's like, ever since Vietnam, at least over here, everybody's pretty much just treated like shit. It's like, well, really, honestly, from the Korean War on, is really just kind of where it went, because it was just like, oh, well, they sent you over there and you voluntarily went, blah, blah. There was motherfuckers drafted for the fucking Korean War. Get the fuck off.
Oh, yeah. But we've watched the stuff where people have gone out. They go to malls and stuff like that. We call them like shopping centres. And they're picking on people, obviously, that haven't done very well at school. Offering them to come in. It's like now, we're not getting to it. I want to bring Iran into that, but we'll just leave everything on that bit. Let's go back to vaping, though. It's nice, though, that they're putting, helping the veterans with the vaping.
Yeah.
Jay, do they do it this side with us?
Do what?
Jay. Do they actually do it with us on that sort of way?
What, for the veterans and that? No, I don't think so. But it's... Oh, don't even get me started on this shit. It pisses me off. Like, they need to... I can't, because it'll all get political. But they need to fucking... Like, people that have fought for our country and that, and, like, they struggle to get homes and all that shit. It just fucking annoys the fuck out of me. They put themselves on the front line and this, that, and the other, and they come away with PTSD and all these things which have fucked them up for life, because they've been round. Like, we're humans, we make friends with people. It's what we do in life. It's how we communicate and how we socialise. And then to be out like in a war zone with someone that you made a friend with, and then he gets blown to bits, and then you're missing a limb or two, and then you come back home and you can't even fucking get somewhere to live that's proper, and it's just disgusting in my eyes. Like, I fucking hate it. I really do.
It's like all four of us now. We see each other at expos and stuff like that. Mate, ever happened to any four of you, or three of you, or four of you with Mo, or six with with anything like that happen to you? I'd be so upset, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
imagine that, you've been serving time with people.
Yeah.
and over there it's different, because they've got a bond where they're looking out for each other and watching each other's back, and it's just a silly little thing like an IED that, it was unforeseen, no one could predict what was going to happen, and it's just bollocks. And then they come home and then they get treated like shit.
Oh yeah.
Nowhere to fucking live.
It's a bit like the 4th of July, the film with Tom Cruise, which is I love that film, but it's the same sort of thing. You're just left on your own.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shitty deal how a lot of countries handle the situation. I mean, you know, U.S., UK. I mean, it's just a shit deal. I mean, because it's like you look at these guys and you'll see these guys sitting on the side of the road, just horrible. I mean, horrible fucking condition. You know, horrible shape in general. And you look at them and you think, okay, I can picture the kind of guy that you were when you went in. What kind of personality that you had when you went in. You know, what kind of life that you thought you were going to lead going into all this, and then coming out of it. And I guarantee this wasn't the direction you were intending to be.
No, not even. Come out a fucked up person. Like, it wasn't their fault. It's just shit that happened.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I've had homeless people that come into the shop before. I've given them a vape, just a cheap ass nasty vape thing. You know, I'll take that. Oh, you got some money so I can buy cigarettes, mate? This is a vape shop. I ain't gonna give you money, but I'll give you a vape. Even a guy, you might judge me, whatever. A guy come out of prison for whatever reason. I didn't know any facts and I couldn't judge him on anything. He told me his little bit of story, and obviously I only heard one side of it, and he said he was wrongfully put in prison, blah blah blah. But he had a blue, on my blue that they give him, or something like that, and he said, I need a charger for it. I need a charger because I've been doing so well and I didn't have one that was compatible, so I just give him a CE4 and a fucking Ego battery and said, mate, here you go. Take this, take that. Here's a bit of juice, my personal juice. Just use that, and then you'll be all right, you know. And he came back a few weeks later and he thanked me. He said, "You know what? No one would have done that like this day and age.
Yeah,
like, because I've just told you I come out of prison. They'd be like, oh shit, lock your fucking till, close the door, get him out." But you know,
same lad sat down at the Tesco's just around the corner from me. I wanted to give him money. He says, "I don't want money." He says, "I wanted food." He says, I can actually go. He said, I can actually go somewhere and stay tonight. I don't want anything. He says, but I haven't got any food. So that's different. So when somebody says that to you, because normally you're thinking, I'm going to give you a $5, you're probably going to spend that on drugs or beer. He didn't. And he said to me, totally said to me, I've got somewhere to stay tonight. I'm okay. I've booked myself in. Because apparently they have to book themselves in to, somewhere to stay.
Yeah.
So what we did was we went round Tesco's. I went, right, whatever you want. And I think it cost me about £9. But do you know what? He was sat there drawing. He actually drew different stuff. He was a massive drawer. And the stuff that he actually did were amazing. Yeah. And he said, do you want to buy one of these? I says, no, keep it. But yeah, he wasn't asking for money for drugs. He didn't want, he wanted food.
But that's also another like stereotypical thing that people automatically assume. Which I do all the time.
Yeah, we all do.
You only want drugs. But, all right, I'll give you an example. We was up the city of London. My nephew and my family came down. And he was only young. He was like, oh, look, that man, he's starving, he's homeless, he's asking for money and that. But we didn't have money. We had a picnic. So he went over, took him some sandwiches. I don't want that. I want the money. And then he came back and he said he didn't want it, but he looks hungry, he's homeless. And I said, mate, he's one of these people that, yeah. He just basically wanted money for drugs, and some people are like that, but on the flip side of it, it's their way of coping and getting through and dealing with it, which okay. But I think more should be done at home.
Yeah, because you got to think about all this money's getting sent abroad. And we've got a massive spice. It's all spice. It's like synthetic weed. And these people are taking like a little tiny bit of it, and they're going like zombies. Like if you look at Walking Dead, our town centre, and I've been around a few of the town centres, they're in such a bad state. Now, the big thing now and around America, is it called monkey dust?
Something like, I've heard just little bits about it. I don't really keep up with it too much, but yeah, there's some weird shit they're doing right now.
And these people, they can buy it for less than £5.
Oh yeah. And
this stuff is just completely ravaging the body of life.
Well, it's like, I live outside of a town called Kansas City, and it's one of the bigger towns. It's like the second biggest town in the state that I'm in.
That's where Dorothy came from.
Yeah, well, Kansas. I'm in the Missouri side. The tornadoes don't just pick us up; they just rip us apart.
Sorry, go on, dude.
But no, I live in one of the suburbs of Kansas City, so I would drive into Kansas City to go to work at a warehouse, and every day for like 2 weeks, the first 2 weeks I worked at this warehouse, I saw this old guy, wearing fatigues, just wearing his old military fatigues. I mean, tattered to hell, just long beard. I mean, just looked scruffy as hell. And he was always standing on this off ramp of the interstate, and he just had a sign. He said, "Just need food." That's all it said. Just need food. And so I finally, after 2 weeks, I pulled over and I said, "Bud, when was the last time you ate?" And he said, "Oh, a guy gave me a sandwich a couple of days ago." And I said, "Look, I have to get to work right now. I will see you tomorrow." He said, "Okay." And for the next 3 months, every single day, I would stop at a Burger King, buy the guy a couple of sandwiches and a thing of fries and a fucking big ass drink. And I would pull onto that off ramp and I would pull right over to him and I would hand him a bag and a drink. And he would just look at me like, "Oh my God." And I did this for 3 fucking months straight. And this guy was just like, "You're literally the only person that would consistently do anything like this for me." And I'm like, "You know what? You deserve better." And come to find out, when I got off work, he was still there because I was working like a late shift. So I got off work and he was still standing there. There's no fucking traffic out. So it's like nobody's going to fucking help the guy. So I went and I let him in my car. And the poor bastard smelled to high heaven, but it was what it was. And I took him to a truck stop and I paid for a shower for him. And he came out and we sat down and I sat with him until probably 5 a.m. talking with him. And he was a Vietnam veteran. He had done 2 tours in Vietnam and he got sent home and was just legitimately fucked up in the head. And had been homeless ever since he had come home from Vietnam and just been floating across the country, just trying to survive, and it was just like, damn, and it was like, and I didn't even do this until after 3 months. And then I felt like a bastard that I hadn't done more up to that point, but it was just like, oh my God, and I was broke as shit at the time. I didn't have that kind of fucking money to be buying this guy fast food every day, but it was just like, it was that one thing. It was just like, I saw the sincerity in his eyes. And then once I got to talking to him, it was like, holy shit. And then one day he was gone. It was like he found a ride to get out of town and he moved on to the next town. It's like, well, fuck, I hope he's alive, I mean, but at that point, it's like, what do I do? I can't just go chase a guy that has no way to track him.
I don't know about it if it's the same sort of thing in your country, the same as ours. We have like things like Red Nose Day. We have children in need. And then what it is you've got people who have got millions of pounds asking from us, who, mate, I struggle every day. I've got 3 children. I've got to work. I've got to make sure their dinner money's paid. They're asking us for money. And these people, if they actually said to us, "I'll tell you what, I'll give you $1 million each," they don't need to do it.
Yeah.
But what they do all the time. What was that?
Apparently it was Mario.
Fucking hell, he's back on the mushrooms.
That's how he's getting off the neck salts.
But that's the biggest thing. Like here in the UK, they sat down here and they want to ask you for money all the time. And you've got like 7 or 8. They've got billions. So why are they asking for us?
Yeah.
Why are they not putting it in their own?
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that's the thing is it's like, I mean, there's been this ridiculous argument popping out over here by, the young generation at the moment saying that the top 1%ers should pay off all student loans and should pay for their college tuitions and so on. And it's like, what do you think they're going to do? Okay, do you think they're going to do that? No, because the amount of money that those 1%ers have wouldn't cover all the student loans anyway. They'll simply move out of the country. They'll take their money and they'll go to another country and tell you to fuck them.
Fantastic though. About we took about 4 months ago. Did you see that in the US? You're absolutely fantastic. A person who actually graduated from their actual school came back and he did a talk and he ended up being a billionaire.
Yeah.
He'd done it, and then what he said to him, do you know what every single one of you now on this graduation, as you lot do, he says, I'm going to clear all of your debt.
Wow.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Big bloke. Absolutely fantastic. And I'm thinking, that's amazing. He's come from the same college, gone out there, made $1 billion, whatever he's got of money, and then he turned up and they asked him to talk and said, I'll tell you what. And the look on everybody's face and said, listen to me, you're not going to have to pay your debt back. And I thought that were absolutely fantastic. I had a bit in my eye.
Yeah, it was
the cat things and all that, mate. I bubble up pretty.
Yeah, everybody kind of had that oh shit look.
Yeah,
they were just like, what?
And that's what they should do. Put your money back in.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. I mean, so many things would be so much better in this world if those kinds of people, you know, were more abound. They really would. I mean, hell, the vaping industry in itself over here wouldn't be such a fucking mess, you know, because it wouldn't be about that fucking dollar. Because that's what it's about. That's what it's never been about fucking kids. It's always been about money. It's been about, you know, how can we line our bank accounts and pockets and, you know, make that black just a little bit of a bigger area to look at and go, hey man,
That nickel and that dime.
good day.
You've got to look at us though in the same way. Everybody in this vape community, going from Vic to all of us, all four of us sat here, Nick, everybody. We've Ken, one of the biggest as well. Chris, Empire. We've all sat down here and we've done the bits for people. Chris, Empire, sat down listening to a little girl to Disneyland. We did the 24-hour stream with Ken. We did a 24-hour stream with Chris. That's how good the community is.
Yeah, I mean, I said it early on in my channel, and I got such flack for it because people are like, "You've only been vaping for 5 months. Why should you have a channel? Why should anybody listen to you?" And that's how it was when I started my channel. I got so much shit because people hated me because I hadn't been a vapor very long. But one of the things that I say about the community is the fact that the community isn't afraid to embrace itself.
Yeah.
As people, as the industry, not the community, but as an industry, this industry is so willing to self-implode, it's ridiculous. But as a community, there's nothing like the vape community, anything else, anywhere else on the planet.
Ever. I've said that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I early on when I first started looking at Facebook groups before I ever started a channel, I started seeing, you know, somebody who'd been in a group for a year or two, and, you know, friends with people here and there, or somebody who had just joined the group, and they're like, okay, I've been vaping for 6 months, and the only mod that I had just took a shit, and I literally don't get paid for 2 weeks. And I watched a guy mail a fucking mod from Sacramento, California, all the way to fucking Boston, Massachusetts, and overnighted that motherfucker. So he paid all this extra shipping, overnighted damn near a brand new mod to this guy, and this guy literally posted a video like 2 days later crying, thanking him. It was just, I mean, that's the kind of shit that we all do for each other. We all just sit back and we're like,
I've sat down there. I suffer from bipolar. You sat down there having a massive hard time as well, Jay, weren't you? And it all brought us together so much that we were talking about mental health, and it was so good that we all pushed it. TVP did it. Ken did it. It's so nice that we even he got his chest done. Just to be able to do them sort of things is just amazing.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, and you know, like
we all come together.
Yeah, and the shit part is that, you know, we all know with the internet, the troll community is real. No matter what part of the internet it is, the troll community is always real. And the amount of trolls that Ken got from doing his live stream was
Fuck
stupid.
The haters.
Yeah, right. Fuck the haters. I agree 100%. And that's pretty much the stance Ken took on it too. But Ken got the point of, oh, well, you're just trying to make yourself look popular. And he said, no, I'm trying to help people from not, you know, killing.
Ken's not like that though.
I know. He's absolute. Like, I have talked to Ken so much because me and him started our channels like 6 weeks apart. And we actually met in a vape group before we started either of our channels. So we had been chit-chatting for a long fucking time at this point, like 2 years now. And I have really gotten to know the guy, and he's such a good fucking person. You know, he really is. That guy doesn't have a fucking malicious bone in his body. And the fact that somebody would come after a guy like that, it's like, motherfucker, learn who you're talking to. You want to call me a prick? Okay, by all means, I am. Yeah. I own that shit. You know, I'm a dick to the core. I don't care. But Ken's like my opposite. You know, Ken's like that lovable teddy bear guy that has nothing but good intentions. And I've got good intentions, but I just don't take any shit either. I'm just like, fuck you. You know?
To be honest with you, though, Jay and Mike's like that. Jay and Mike's like that. They don't need any of that shit. Mike does his bit. Mike never causes any trouble anywhere, and same as Jay.
I try not to.
Well, you never do.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, it's nice to see Jay back as well. The reviews are corking, mate. Absolutely corking for me as well. And it's just nice to see you back, and it's obviously we're looking back to get you, Mike, as well.
Yeah, well, I've got some stuff ready to review now.
Regulated.
Actually, no.
Juice.
Ken's one of the most loveliest
Nick Salts, baby.
And obviously we did the video for you, didn't we? For your 4,000, and he messaged everybody. You know, all the people who know you. And do you know what? He actually said, we do a video. How nice is that for you, mate?
Look, I'm gonna be honest. All I knew was that, you know, I got a message about a week before I hit 4K. And it's like I said, I don't sit there and chicken hawk that number. I don't care. I think it's an awesome thing. I really do. But I'm not sitting there just watching the views and watching the subscribers and all that. It's just, if the channel grows, it grows. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But out of nowhere, out of left fucking field, the day Ken posted that video, I was actually doing yard work, and, you know, I had just got my new my piece of shit truck home and all this. And so, you know, I wasn't even anywhere near a computer. And Ken sends me a message, and all it was a link. And I see the thumbnail, you know, whole Jared 4K buying subs. No way, you know, and I'm like, oh, fuck. And then he sent love you. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the? Okay, so he's kicking me in the balls here. Okay. So I go watch it, and I'm not even going to fucking lie, man. I watched the video from beginning to end, and I fucking cried my eyes out for a minute because I was like, you motherfuckers. You know, because it was just like, I had no idea that anything like that was going on. And then I had the moment I hit 4K, I had all these messages coming in from people, from subscribers, from other reviewers, just saying, hey, man, you know what? You've shown people that you know, what you're about. You know, and that's the thing. Like, when Jay and Mike can even attest this. I was fucking nobody the first time I came on the show, and I'm still a nobody. I'm the same dickhead that I was the first time I came on the show.
Nobody's.
You're the goat, mate.
You put content out.
You're the goat.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing, though, is that, like, I will always consider myself to be a nobody. I don't give a fuck if I have 4 million subscribers. I will still consider myself a nobody because I am no better than anybody else that views.
So when you reach 4 million, you're still going to come on the show, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, I won't ever reach 4 million.
Somebody like Vic, he's in chat. Vic, the man sticks out 2 a day, has done for years. You know what I mean? And then you get that burnout. The poor lad's been poorly as well. He has. You sit down there and you're getting, because you push and push to get these things out. How you do 8 videos a day? I can't even talk for 8 hours a day.
Fuck off.
The few times
no,
that
honestly, I have to do about 48 takes. Maybe 100 odd.
You can talk for England.
Yeah, but he don't work properly in front of the camera.
Me, Mike, and Jared haven't been able to get a fucking word in edgeways. Alright, it is that time. We've been going for an hour and a half. Do you know that?
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is that time. I'm going to wrap it up and we're going to say goodbyes and shizzle. Don't forget, for those of you that don't know, me and a couple of other boys, Dan Demir and Captain Stash, we have started a new podcast channel, and I am going to post the link there. If you can go over there, hit it up, subscribe, that'll be much appreciated. So yes, who we're going to go with first? Let's go with Mike.
Go to me.
Too late, mate. Mike, go on.
Cheers, everyone in chat. Cheers, Jared, for coming on. Cheers to the other two, Jay and Hayden.
Damn, apparently hashtag 4K gets me the status for the moment.
And yeah, well done, Jared, for the 4K.
No, thanks, bud.
And thanks, my bro, for popping on, even though you was feeling rough as shit.
Yeah, dude, no doubt. It was good to see you for a minute.
And he looked like Skeletor.
Yep. And again, I'd just like to say thanks to Batman for popping in as well.
Yeah, get well soon, buddy.
And I hope you get on the road to recovery very quick as well. Nasty operation you've just gone through. Yeah, and I'll pass it over to Hayden.
Why me?
Why not?
Big love to everybody who's in chat. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to all our spanners. Big love to Batman. I hope you're okay. I didn't know you're well. So I hope you're really good. Big love to Jay. Sorry, I've been talking a bit too much. He knows he loves me.
It's all that vodka coming back out.
Yeah, it's not talking. I think it's
He's got the vodka. He's got the vodka sweats.
I've done really well. I've only done half of it. Well, no, maybe a bit more.
That's like 2/3.
That's pretty. It's pretty good for an hour.
Pretty. You've done that in an hour.
Big love, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you go and get some yo juice. I love you all loads, and make sure you join us next week. We're on time. The bloke was on time. I love all 4 of you, loads and loads, and we'll see you next week. We'll pass it over to the wonderful Jared the Vaping Goat.
Oh God, stop lying to people. They're gonna have high expectations.
Mate, I'm just trying to be your wife.
Oh shit! No, she doesn't even treat me that nice. Come on, man. She keeps it real.
Big spoon, a little spoon.
Oh,
Is it in?
my balls are speed bags for her. She's just.
Oh, man, that's the wonderful thing. Just keep dipping.
Right. So, no, first of all, I do want to say thank you guys for the invite. I really, really, truly appreciate it, man. It's been a minute since I've been on here, like for like a whole show. So it's been a long ass minute. So yeah, it's damn good to be on here. Mo, get better. Batman, definitely get better. You know, you guys were the first show. This show to me personally means more than probably any other show that I could be on, because you guys were the first show that actually let me come on and just be me, you know, and that's the truth of it. I don't forget where the hell I've come from. You know, I don't forget the people that helped put my name out there. I don't forget any of that stuff. And for that, I am truly indebted to the show. I'm truly indebted to Mike and Jay and Nick and, you know, fucking Chris and Vic and TVP and all, you know, and Aiden and all you guys, man. You guys have had my back when, like, I literally thought I was a fucking piece of shit. Nobody's ever going to look at me kind of guy. And you guys have just stood there and said, you know what, there's something about this dickhead, you know, and I appreciate that so fucking much. So,
we know a good dickhead when we see one.
Right, man. Hey, man, I own it, dude. I will own that shit 100%.
Hey, finish it.
So, but no, after it's all said and done, I mean, truth be told, I appreciate the shit out of you guys, because I didn't ever think I was going to be on a live show and panel and all this stuff. And it was like, hey, just come on, man. We like you. And it was like, cool. Okay. And it was like, oh, fuck, this is fun, you know? And it just.
Nick number 2. You are Nick number 2. You're ace.
Mate,
you feed you a topic, we could sit down here for 2 hours and a half.
Oh, God.
Mate, you're really good at it. And that's why people like you.
Yeah. So yeah, much love and appreciation. Chatters, you guys are awesome. Sorry I really wasn't interacting near as much as I'm terrible at interaction with chat, so I'll just leave it at that. Thanks, guys, so much. And Jay, off to you, brother.
Nice one. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Jared, thank you very much. It's been an honor and a pleasure, as always. Never a dull moment when you're around. Aiden, it's never a dull moment when you're getting pissed also. It's great. Happy birthday and all that.
He's gonna be the Russian Aiden before long.
You know that. Guys in chat, thank you very much for the support, as always. It's been awesome. Thank you very much to our spanners. You lot have been kicking it up and doing your shit, pimping the link. I love it. Thank you very much. Thanks for everybody that dropped in the chat. Mobro, get well soon. Fogging out with the Batman, you get well soon as well, dude. Big love to everyone. Without you guys, obviously this show is not what it is. We do it for you lot, you know. Thank you very much. Don't forget, we have got merch on Teespring. It's in the link that Jules is just about to put on there now.
Jules Mama Vapes, we love you too.
Thank you very much. And don't forget to check out the new podcast channel. The first video will be going up soon. We've got the next one going up hopefully a week later from whenever the first one goes up. So yeah, it's totally unvape related. Although I probably will be vaping on there, but it is unvape related. It's just about random this, that, and the other, and day-to-day shit, and news, and gaming, and all other shit. But yeah, guys, it's been awesome. It's been a good show. Same time, maybe. Same place, definitely.
Dude, you hit it
Next
proper
week.
nail on the head. You did so well today, bro.
So
don't say that you can't vape the Kelpie at 100.
Oh, I was doing it all day long.
It's funny, I've had it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's wicked, man.
I've seen people saying it. I'm like, learn how to wick.
So, guys, you are absolutely awesome. Thank you very much to the panel and everybody tonight. Yep. So, until next time, vape on, vape safe. Don't forget, do a little bit for advocacy. Go up there, support us, show the industry that we need, like, all the support we can get.
Absolutely.
Also, get onto our memes page. Get
Yes.
loads of memes on.
We haven't done it this week because I was running a little bit late, unfortunately, but I was on time. Ironically, don't make sense, I know, but I know what I mean. It's cool. See you next time. Ta-ra, guys.